What's going on, YouTube? We're here. It's your boy Ange. Ange, aka Pirate King. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We are here for chapter 1082 of God Peace. As you guys saw, I think it was last week. I think it was last week that we got a chapter. In last week's chapter, we had my boy Garp. We had my grandpa Garp taking down Kuzan. I don't think that's the last of him. We find out that Kuzan is the 10th Titanic captain of the Blackbeard Pirates. A lot of people had speculated. There's nothing confirmed. However, it is officially been confirmed that he is now the 10th Titanic company. I think I said it right. 10th Titanic captain. I don't think that he's fully turned, as a lot of people think and believe that, obviously he hasn't actually fully turned. I believe that. I don't necessarily think that Garp is in on it. I don't necessarily believe that as well. But I don't want to waste any more time because people have been taking up my time. I love them all, but God peace. All right. So without further ado, let's jump inside this chapter. Title is Let's Go and Claim It. Finally, a chapter without any hints. The last person who actually said that was Shanks, so we might be back with Shanks now. All right. Page 1. Let's go and get it. All right. We have Prometheus and Zeus, and Chopper eating Zeus as if he was a cotton candy. Cover request by Kamade Hanaoto. Chopper mistaking Zeus for cotton candy and taking a bite. I'm surprised he didn't get electrocuted. All right. Yeah, that's a lot of filler up top. Vice Admiral T-Bone was adored by civilians and Marines alike. News of his death shocked the world, but the Navy refused to comment on the details of the incident. Okay. An obituary makes the front page. Wow. Interesting. Is that like his... I guess that's how his face looks. Because like the cut in the middle of the page looks really weird. It looks like two different faces. Sengoku. All right. Navy HQ. Have they caught the man who did it? Nope, not yet. But we're certain the culprit's family is bound to be pretty well off after this. Okay, so he was famous or rich? What's the world coming to? Otsuro-chan. The civilians were sworn to protect are backstabbing us in the back. Are stabbing us in the back. It's unbearable. Okay, I guess he was still at the Navy. I didn't realize he was still at the Navy. I thought he retired, but you probably gonna keep your drip. You got your varsity jackets and whatnot. All right. Pirates aren't the only ones interested in money. We Marines have bounties on our heads now. Facts. It's only natural for people to come after us. Oh, right. Okay. Mihawk and them. The Cross Guild, especially in a place like Pepe Kingdom, where over 1,000 die of starvation every year. It's no wonder he was killed there. Poverty and wealth, we all adapt to our circumstances, unfortunately. Oh, to be dropping some real shit. Not that I'm trying to defend the culprit, of course. Just noting that if this is what that darn clown had in mind, we're severely underestimated. We've so severely underestimated him. Funny enough, it's like I know Buggy has like dumb luck or whatever you want to call it, but is it? How can you prevent and serve the people if you have constantly if you have to constantly look over your shoulder when you're around them? If we don't neutralize this cross guild group soon, this will kill the morale of every marine and weaken the whole navy. Hey, Hina, have you seen Garp? There's a new rice cracker flavor I want to try. I want him to try. He said he was off to save Koby a few days ago, so he's probably teamed up with Sword. Pretty sure. Okay, teamed up with Sword. Okay, so that wording there doesn't kind of hints at that Garp isn't necessarily actually a member of Sword. He's teamed up with him. Pretty sure Kujaku's with him at least. What? Don't tell me they've gone to Hachinosu, so they're both surprised. How far is it from the Navy? Like, would he not have, like, he's trying to call Garp, like Garp is like nearby. Like, shouldn't he should he have known that Garp is, kind of a distance away? What empty Bluffs Island, New World. Good job crossing the seas and making it here. Thank you. Be proud. The emperors of the New World are smiling because of you. Everyone is proclaiming the birth of a new star, a champion of evil. I heard my family received the payment. Thank you so much. Don't mention it. You took down one of the Navy's finest vice admirals. Your evil charisma incarnate stop your evil charisma incarnate. Stop being so humble. Yeah. Your crazy stunt really shocked the Marines. They'll have your head for sure if they catch you. Ah, even if I can't see my family ever again, it's better than watching them die of starvation. I'm hungry. Wow. Rest easy, friend. We'll take care of you as a fellow pirate. As a pirate, get it? One of the emperors is taking you under his wing. The bombastic clown himself, Buggy Sama. He's on another level. The two-bit pirates that you've met before aren't fit to lick his boots. Never forget this moment. You're standing face to face with the living legend. Yeah, it's Buggy Sama in the flesh, Buggy in the flesh, Buggy in the flesh, Buggy in the flesh. Sorry to interrupt you, barely Sama. You're so fresh. That makes me sound like I'm some kind of cereal. We finished it, sir. A ship worthy of Crossguild. Leave the ship to me. I've got some talented shipwrights under me. That's ugly. Making you the figurehead was obvious choice, Chairman Buggy. I think it turned out great. All right. His teeth, everything fell out of his mouth. You expect us to use this thing? Let's take this to the meeting room. He's scared. Let's hear it for the greatest ship ever. You guys really outdid yourselves in the meeting room. Is there more than just them there? It looks like Lucci almost. But I'm sure it's not. They beat him up and then hung his head on a hook. Public awareness of Cross Guild is growing as planned, says Crocodile. The Navy is starting to understand the threat we pose. Please just kill me already. The pain. Buggy's in pain. We need to have unparalleled influence to form our utopia and become a strong military state. But before that, we need to establish our overwhelming power, right? This is wrong. This isn't how I wanted my life to go. How did you want your life to go? And to do that, we've got to find a way to gather an enormous amount of what wealth. You're saying we need to wealth and power, right? I may be out of line here, and I know you may do away with me for saying this, but how can you call yourself pirates with schemes like that? What did this cockroach say? You're doing it all backwards. You must have read it, right? You know Red Hair is making his move too. We used to be on the Pirate King's crew together, but circumstances prevented us from going to Laugh Tale with the others. Now tell me, way back when, what did you guys want to be? Okay. When I sailed with Shanks, he shone so brightly with potential. I knew I couldn't measure up, so I let go of my real dream. What was his real dream? 24 years ago, the 24 years, I let go of my real dream. That's interesting. 24 years ago, the day Gold Roger was executed, you said it yourself, didn't you, Shanks? You say your crew would reach Laugh Tale one day too? Yeah. But I've changed my mind, for now at least. I'm not ready to go for it yet. What? But I'm still going to be a pirate. You're not the next generation's king? I misjudged you, Shanks. Come with me, Buggy. I'm not going to work under you, idiot. You coward. I really hope we're getting some good reveals right now. Don't you dare. Don't you care about following in Roger's footsteps? You haven't forgotten, have you? It's your fault I lost that treasure map. I still haven't forgiven you for that. You better watch your back next time we meet. So he just ran away. That no good Shanks is finally making his move, but what good is it now? I don't know why, but somehow through luck or chance or whatever, we're on equal footing again. And if that's the way it is, I may be as well go ahead and say it. I want to be king of the pirates. Okay, so shit. So Buggy's real dream was to become king of the pirates. And funny enough, this is very interesting because the very first, not the very first, but like the first major villain or was that we came across in One Piece was Buggy. And Buggy is one of it actually almost took out Luffy numerous times. I heard there was a theory that Buggy is going to be the person who actually ends up sitting on the throne, or might be the person who ends up sitting on the empty throne. But hearing this now, like, what if Buggy ends up becoming the Pirate King? Because Luffy doesn't want to be the Pirate King. It's just just being Pirate King allows him to get what he wants. So we might actually get Buggy becoming the Pirate King. Wealth, power. Why stop there when we can have it all? Let's go for it. Let's claim the ultimate treasure. Let's see. He wants to go against Shanks. Yeah, I can't believe you're deluded enough to buy your own con. Remember, we're only letting you keep that title of yours because it benefits us. You think we're just going to carry you to the top? Oh, come on, you're blocking the page. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, come on. This panel is huge. Damn. Let me try and find another one. Sorry, guys. They're covering some of the dialogue here, so I want to make sure we don't miss nothing. What was it? 1082. All right, true. TCV scans. All right, let's do this. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right, let's fix this. So Buggy wants to become the Pirate King. That's what he really wanted this whole time. Honest, like based off how things are going, I think he might end up getting it. And it'd be funny because as a clown, him not laughing at it actually. Because it's laugh tail, right? So what if he actually is the person who doesn't laugh at like I can see Luffy laughing. I can see him not. What the whoa. Chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck. All right. Okay. You're not playing pirate here. You're serious. We're not playing pirates here. This is serious business. You don't have a clue, let alone a plan. Do you really expect us to just pick fights with the red hair Blackbeard, and Straw Hat? It's a scramble for the treasure. We only need to beat them to it. Let me show you. These are some words that light a fire in the heart of a pirate. But it's because they all set sail for the same reason. Listen up. Wow, so he's on his emperor right now. Listen up. Stop it, Buggy. Huff huff. What dream drove you all to the sea? Chairman Buggy wants to give us back that spark. Oh man, I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Every moment you cling to life might be your last. So why ignore that screaming urge inside of you? If you give up because the reality of it was too daunting, now's your chance. It's time for us to set sail to reach out and grasp what we all desire most. It's time for us to finally go and claim the One Piece. And they said, why you? And then okay, so now they all going off. So all of them got that spark now where they feel as if, all right, so at least this is kind of like announcing that, all right, we're gonna have all four of them head towards the One Piece. So what's this? And you think about who are these people? What you think about that ship? Who is it? It enemy or what? Who it be? Kamabaka Kingdom Grand Line. Who is this? Who are they? Hey. Is she about to fire at it? Hold on. Crash Clang. Want to bet on it? I wager it's the enemy. Who's in it? Sound good to me. Mije. I'll put 1 mil on it, Sabo. Making a safe. I'll put 1 mil on it being Sabo. Making a safe return. You what? Revolutionary Army, Vice Captain of the West Army, Ushiano, Maurice subordinate. Revolutionary Army, Vice Captain of the East Army, was it? Airu, Bello Betty subordinate. Revolutionary Army, Vice Captain of the South Army, Giamble Lindbergh subordinate. Revolutionary Army, Vice Captain of the North Army, Giron Karasu's subordinate. Dragon San, Yvonne San, Sabo San's back. Yeah, this chapter is wild. Dragon San, even San, Sabo San's back. Okay, it is confirmed. So he made it home, okay? Thank goodness. I knew something was up when you said you'd bet 1 million. I ain't coughing up a single berry. Nah, I'll wring it out of you. Oh, you used those binoculars, didn't you? You think you can get away with it by eating them? What binoculars? Oh, okay. You were supposed to read it like that. What binoculars? Munch. Welcome back, Sabo. You think you can get away with eating them? Whiz clack. Sabo, I was just about to shoot you. Glad you didn't. Everything okay? Ariru, were you worried? Maybe a little. Sabo, you safe me. Sabo, you safe. Me happy. Okay, that's how he's speaking. That's a Lucian ship. Lucia? You mean the country that vanished? I'll explain later. For now, please help these guys. Who did he get? Oh, wow. Oh, those are all citizens. Wow. Those are, wow. Okay. He managed to get a large amount of citizens. I don't know if he saved everybody. I don't think he saved everybody, but he managed to get a large amount of citizens off that boat. I'll explain later. For now, please help these guys. Sabo-kun, you just went radio silent. How could you do that to us? Okay. Observation hockey activated. My bad, Koala. I couldn't get my hands on the encryptor transponder snail. All my calls would have been monitored. I used the usual 3 beep code to signal I was all right. Didn't you hear? I wasn't even on Lucia when it happened. You made us so worried. Sorry. Could be referencing the SFX scene in chapter 1060. Sabo, why are all you boys like that? Oh, Morley, don't scare us like that again, silly. I remember you losers from Lucia. You've come a long way. It's a real shame what happened to your homes, but I heard you were hoping to join our cause. Yes, ma'am. So Sabo got there even before. Did he know? Did Sabo happen to know beforehand? Like, well, no, they had speculated. They had speculated because he had already dropped he had already dropped Vivi off at that point. Yes, ma'am. First things first, come get some rest. We'll straighten you out after that. But how like did he fit the whole Lulucia on that boat? Because that's wild. I heard about Kuma-san. Sorry about that. We've let everyone's work go to waste. Don't worry. I know you two are taking it the hardest. Facts. He might have been programmed to return to Mary Jawa as a contingency. Sabo. Why is she stuttering like that? Did Ivanka always stutter like that? I don't remember her always stuttering like that. So Sabo, you don't want that captain's hearing what you've got to say. Yeah, just hearing it might put your life at so what? You don't want the captain's hearing what you've got to say? Okay. Yeah, just hearing it might put your life at risk. What the hell? There's some major trouble in Reverie. I got to tell you about what really happened at the land of Mary Joa. And of course, the end of the chapter. Damn. All right. Good chapter. We've realized, well, obviously we knew Sabo was alive, but he is finally back. We see a couple more of the of the of Dragon's pirates, of Dragon's crew. We see here that the Lulucians are alive. And what I'm curious about is, did Sabo manage to get there in time and actually, because like when Sabo was looking back, he was looking back at the island. How did he? I'm sure he explained that he knew, but he actually manage to get the entirety of the island on that ship? That's what I'm actually confused about or wondering. Because like Revolutionary Army, that's what I was trying to remember. So we got to see the Revolutionary Army. We haven't seen Luffy in a minute. Oh shoot, we haven't seen my guy Luffy in a minute. But at least we see Big Bro. At least we see Big Bro. I remember these losers from Lulucia. It makes sense that he doesn't want to tell the captains just in case, because this is very dangerous information. This is very risky information for them to be holding on to. He said he saw it. He did see it, right? I got to tell you about what really happened at the land of Mary Jawa. So I think this was just a single chapter. I don't think we're gonna stay here. I think next week we're actually gonna be. Or is there a break? All right, no, we get a chapter next week. So I think next week we're gonna be skipping over. I don't think no. I really don't think we're actually gonna get that entire reveal, because even based how he said it, we'll talk about it later. Like, even if Oda didn't want to fit it in this chapter, the way that they laid it out, it doesn't feel as if they would lay it. It doesn't feel as if they would talk about it in the other chapter. I feel as if we're gonna get this reveal after Luffy in the game beat Kuzan or Kizaru. I feel as if like we're gonna get this as we see Luffy and Saturn kind of interact, which I hope that they do. They should. I expect that they do. But I think that's what I expect to see. I think it would be amazing if we do get that interaction, because we're gonna see Saturn's opinion or Saturn's thoughts towards the sun god Nika. Is he fearful, whatever the case may be. But I am looking forward to this kind of answer. This is obviously we're in the end game here. Huge reveal. So we actually get Buggy admitting that he wants to be the Pirate King. And that was what his initial dream was, until, because Shanks is better than him, he stopped. It was kind of like his rival. So since Shanks was better than him, he didn't plan on doing that, having that dream anymore. So he kind of settled for the other guy's treasure. Was it Sir? I forget the other guy's name, but I think he settled for the other treasure based off that. But actually, what I'm interested, what something that, because Shanks said, when I shared with Shanks, he shone so brightly with potential, I knew I couldn't measure up, so I let go of my real dream. You said it yourself, didn't you, Shanks? You said your crew would reach Laugh Tale one day too. Yeah, but I've changed my mind for now, at least. I'm not ready to go for it yet. That's a fact. Shout out to Underrated Gems, because that's a fact. Because Buggy's more about it, to be honest. Like, I don't know I think Mihawk and Crocodile are more. Well, Crocodile's in for the money. He wants to build, kind of like an empire along those lines. Mihawk, I think he wants to put the government in their place. Buggy, he wants to be Pirate King. He's he at the end of the day, that's what he really wanted. But he didn't have the backing. He didn't have anything along those lines. So I really think those rumors of him potentially becoming Pirate King or are potentially true. Like, I could see Luffy doesn't need to be the Pirate King, and that would kind of suck that he's not. Like, I feel like Buggy's gonna ride on his adventure where it's like Luffy makes it to Laugh Tale, because of Buggy or whatever, they all I like what stops Shanks? Like, how's this gonna go? Because I think Shanks definitely is reaching Laughdale or has to be at Laughdale or has to get to Laughdale, something along those lines. And it's funny because like you can almost think that Shanks was like, you know what, someone is gonna be great enough that they're gonna make it there one day. So I'm just gonna get OP and let them collect it, and then I'm just gonna grab all of them once that person gets it. He probably knew he's like, I'm that guy. I'm him. Like, who's gonna get? I wouldn't let Shanks get to. He's not gonna let anybody get to the One Piece that he doesn't deem worthy of it, right? Um, because he didn't. He was stopping Kaido and Big Mom more to getting to it, as opposed to like he could have tried in getting their poneglyphs, but a new generation is coming. They're gonna surpass them, and someone is gonna have to come into a point where these emperors are taken down. And once those emperors are taken down, that whoever it is gonna have a lot of work to compete with my guy, But either way, it's like they could end up like not Ace, what's my guy's name? They can end up like Kid. It's not my guy, but he can end up like Kid. You forget about his name already. He did. But you can end up like Kid, where it's a one slash and the whole story is over for you, right? Or you could be like Luffy and actually stand a chance. And like it's very interesting, as like there's still so many reveals to come that we don't know about. What did Roger say to Shanks? It's interesting now because we like with Buggy being with the reveal of what Buggy's actual dream is. It really makes you think like what the outcome is gonna be. So Underrated Gems is saying, I feel like if Buggy finds it first, then he's gonna hate it. Probably. I feel like he's gonna hate it. Like I feel like he's gonna hate it. I just don't feel as if he's gonna get to it first. I feel like Shanks is gonna be waiting. I feel like Shanks gets to it. But the question is Blackbeard, because Shanks and Blackbeard have to clash at some point. But Luffy and Blackbeard have to also clash at some point. So, is it like, I don't know. I really felt as if Shanks still has to, or does because I was gonna say, Roger and Garp had to team up, obviously, to take down Zebek. Does the logical team would be Luffy and Koby go against Blackbeard. But I know Kobe's not going to be any way, shape, or form able to be strong enough at that point in time to take on Blackbeard. You know what I'm saying? But is it something that we're getting Film Red, where we're getting Luffy and Luffy and Shanks team up, where like Shanks could have taken out Uta's devil or demon by himself. I hope that's clear. Like Shanks didn't need Luffy. Shanks didn't need Luffy to actually take it down. However, just because of the parallel worlds, or I think that's what it was, is like, the alternate universes, Shanks had to, like, they both had to attack it at the same time. Um who do I think, the man marked by flames? Um it seemed like Saul for a while, listening to the theories, it makes sense, like if it was Saul, but Dragon seems to be a logical explanation as well. Just because I believe their ship is actually black. But like, I think those are the top three. The top three options right now. Roger Pirates. Forget the guy's name. Let me pull him up here. We're missing Sculper Gabon. So it's speculated as well that Sculper Gabon is the last individual who is, yeah, Gabon. So it's speculated that Gabon is the last individual, because we got Rayleigh, we got Crocus, and then having him there as kind of like the last little pass through would be great. I can't remember what position, like, he's not sec. Well, obviously you have Rayleigh, who's second in command, but what was Gabon? Or yeah, what was Gabon? He was, because they don't give too much of him. I never really took him seriously with his two axes. To be honest with you, maybe it's just because, like, he was an old school pirate. But if he was a part of Roger's crew, because Roger's crew, no cap, Roger's crew never looked strong. Or maybe it's like the character designs, but like I always felt like Roger's crew is like Shanks's fleet. Everybody's weak on there except for the Mandem. You just have Roger, who's disgustingly strong and that can hold everything, that can hold it down. Like, sorry, Roger and Rayleigh. But that's probably not true at the end of the day. But who do I think? I really can't see. I like the plot purposes of it being Gabon, because we're closer to the end game, because, like, to make the story progress further, it'd be great that he is actually who is the man burnt by flames. But the question is, like, what flames burned him? And then finally, I want to say I like Saul. No, I like it being Dragon. The thing about Dragon that also kind of pisses me off, but is also great, is that Dragon's always out in the open. Like, we just saw a couple panels here, like 2-3 pages. How much did we see a dragon? 1, 2. So we got 2 panels of dragon. He did say something, obviously, but we've been seeing dragon for however long, and it's different, right? Like, when we see Shanks, it's a highlight. And when we see like, we know Shanks ain't going to do nothing except for recently. But Dragon, it's the same case where you feel as if you've gotten more from him than Shanks in terms of appearances and in terms of just like dialogue, fear expressions, things along those lines. Like, you feel like you get to know his character a little bit better than Shanks, but you haven't seen him be active at all. So you just kind of know the background stories of this happened with the Revolutionary Army, him screaming out to the Kuma to stop, or everything along those lines. Like, I what I do want to see, however, is the Kainu versus Dragon fight. That's what I'm excited for. I don't think that. I think that the main, the biggest fights Luffy has left, or the main fights Luffy has left, is Kizaru, Blackbeard, Shanks, and Emu. I think maybe an L again. Probably not though. I think those are the most essential battles that Luffy has ahead. But you know, Luffy's always kind of, not always, but like for a while until Kaido, until Luffy's like battles have been kind of out out of nowhere. Like you don't expect him like, oh, this is who he's fighting. Like I feel like Doflamingo, until you found out who he was, it kind of is like, all right, so what's the next part of this? But I feel like, you know, obviously Kaido, we got the information. Kaido's the next target. Kaido's the next target, and then it took forever, and then we finally got you know, Kaido in that whole series. But I really think that we're gonna see Dragon versus Akainu, just because Garp did train Akainu, and you know, during Marine Ford, you had Akainu like very much targeting Luffy. He was very resentful to Luffy for being Dragon's son. So you kind of feel as if they grew up as brothers, or grew up like brothers in the Navy, or anything, or if anything. And I think I see it fit, or I think I see it suiting, just because of you know, it being, it's so Akainu killed the son of the previous pirate king, and I see it making sense that he kills the son. Sorry, I see it being fitting that the father of the future pirate king takes him down as well. I kind of I like that reverse. I like that thought process. I like how that kind of works overall. So I'm looking forward to that. But I can't say, you know, the man marked by flames again. It's that's complicated. It's definitely the three options though. It's definitely within Saul, Gabon, and Dragon. I want to say Dragon, but we just haven't seen too much of him, because I had heard as well as Gabon. If it's Gabon, it's potentially it's potentially the creature within the egg. We still haven't seen the creature within the egg as well, which I'm curious about, because that's something that we need to see. Yeah, I can't that's pretty funny, to be honest with me. That's pretty, like, I don't know. I don't really rock with the Marines like that. I really don't like the Marines. But to be bodied by a civilian. Well, the thing is, I wasn't clear on that. Was it he was bodied by a civilian, or was it along the lines that New Star Champion of Evil? Thank you so much. You don't mention, you don't you took down, okay, yeah, you took down one of the Navy HQ's finest vice admirals. Your evil charisma incarnate, stop being so humble. Okay, so I kind of also interpreted it as, I felt as if he got one of them, so like Mihawk um or Crocodile, to take them out, to take out one of them. Like, you know, this is his address, this is his route, this is where he stays, etc., etc., etc. And like that's kind of how things had been set up. Um, but it looks as though he's shaking, he's crying, maybe because, well, one, because he killed somebody, and two, possibly just because, like, you know, like, but what I'm trying to understand is he's like, even if I can't see my family ever again, is better than watching them die of starvation. I'm so hungry. So did he selfishly not go to his, sorry, did he selfishly not just see his family again, or he went and provided money, and whatnot for them. Like, dropped off a bag, hey, yo, now you're able to eat. And then he dipped. Or he just genuinely didn't want to, he's getting his bag and that's it. But since he's seeing Buggy now, I take it as though they ain't got no e-transfer or nothing. So I'm thinking that obviously he is gonna get the payment now, or he's supposed to get the payment now. And then after he gets that payment, he's just gonna, well, based off what they say, join the Buggy Pirates. And Buggy got that influence. Buggy just hit them with the Roger speech, or a variation of it. He hit him with the Buggy speech. So Buggy really does have that influence that changes the tide of the world. And I see it being very fitting that he ends up being Pirate King based off just plot purposes. Like, again, Luffy doesn't want to be the Pirate King. He's not even that he wants to be the freest man in the world. He wants these things, but they're not what makes him get up every day. Like, he wants to obtain the treasure. He wants to be the person to do it, but there's something even more than that, which is interesting, just how they kind of put that along. So, but yeah, no, dope chapter. I'm looking forward to the next one. We got Garp and Kizaru. We got Garp and Kuzan, and then we have Kizaru and Luffy and Saturn. That's still going on somewhere else. So, and then Shanks. Oh, Shanks. That guy. Him, not them. Shanks is... what's even Shanks really trying? Shanks is getting ready to head for the One Piece. He said he was staying on that island a little bit too long. Sorry, Shanks is on Elbath. Yeah, no, obviously, yeah, no. Shanks is on Elbath, and everybody's going to Elbath, but he's saying like, "Oh, I've stayed here a little bit too long." So is it a matter of Shanks is heading back now to Laugh Tale? That's kind of seems where things seem to be going. Who's left? Blackbeard. The timing is kind of weird. You're not you see like a lot of the Blackbeard pirates on was it Shinosu? No. On what's the place called? Hachinosu. So you see a lot of the Blackbeard pirates on Hachinosu. But what I can't confirm, or what I can't tell, I think there's only so many left. If okay, so this is the scenario. If Blackbeard is actually still like the whole thing with law just took place, like that's up to date, then I think the only options left are, because we've seen, who are these guys? We've seen are they part of it? Other members? Oh, I don't really remember them though. Okay, we've seen Teach, Burgess, Van Alger, who else was he with? Doc Q. I think someone else. I can't remember. I think one more. I want to say Pizarro, but we've seen all of them go. We've seen all of them with Teach, right? But now, with Kuzan's with Vashot, San, he might be with Pizarro. I can't remember where Pizarro is. And then Shiryu, right? So it's like most of the team is already taken care of. So the only two people who are able or left are Katarina Divine, and then also was it Lafayette? Yeah, so basically those two, and I can't remember Lafayette's devil fruit because Katarina Divine goes invisible, but for him, he abilities. Okay, Stealth Master. Yeah, Stealth. Okay, basically he's good at infiltration to begin with. So I think it's them too. So whatever happens, we might actually end up getting Blackbeard ends up getting Vegapunk. It'd be interesting if he got Saturn though. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see him get Saturn, but with everything that's taken place, they're gonna probably put the ship far, and they're probably just gonna. It's an infiltration mission, and infiltration missions essentially or usually associate with information, stealing someone, kidnapping, whatever the case may be. So all Vegapunk has a lot of info and things along those lines on the island. I don't genuinely he has anything there besides the power source. Besides the power source, I don't really see. And how would Blackbeard even know about the power source to begin with? Well, Blackbeard knows a lot of stuff, but besides like the power source, I don't really think there's that would make Teach want to go there unless it's actually Vegapunk or a person that if you're getting Vegapunk, it's a lot more valuable than if you're getting or one of the Vegapunks. Like maybe he knew that there was various different Vegapunks, but besides that, I don't really see how. I don't really see what he would have been doing. Why he's infiltrating Egghead to begin with. So, oh man. We got four different pieces playing. We have it's a battle to the it's a battle royale. This might be a battle royale, but um it'd be interesting. Well, we also have the idea of there's the theory that Crocodile is Luffy's mom, right? So when it comes to Cross Guild, what happens to Crocodile in that scenario, right? Because we're gonna get they've been hinting a lot. We might get Shanks and Mihawk. No, but Mihawk doesn't want to. I feel like Mihawk's a man of his word, and he's like a real swordsman. So I don't see that him going against his word to even if it came to like the Pirate King or whatever the case may be, like they wouldn't want to. Like I don't feel like Mihawk would want to go along just for those reasons. Yeah. Oh man, I'll stay a little bit longer on the stream. I'll stay a little bit longer on the stream. What you guys think of the chapter? How you guys feeling about? How you guys feeling? What's going? This is my Pirate King. Brago just posted his reaction video. Shanks and Mihawks are definitely meeting again since they're old friends. They definitely are. They definitely are. But are they clashing? That's the question. That's the real question because we've heard, we talked about it, and I think a good power scaling or power gauging is to see them actually go head to head and like they'll just be cutting up the sky like the cloud. I can see it now. Like you're just gonna see cut marks. Like you know how the sky splits? It ain't gonna just be one split. It's gonna be all different directions, like for every time their swords collide. Um, but Mihawk at the end of the day still has to get taken. So they'll meet. They might spar, but at the end of the day, Mihawk has to get taken down by Zoro. That's confirmed. That's mandatory. So maybe we see Mihawk and Zoro obviously have to go against each other, but perhaps we should, at least I want to say, get Shanks and Luffy going head to head for the One Piece at some point. So I can still, again, I can always see them teaming up to take out Cross Guild and obviously the Blackbeard Pirates, Emu, so like the world government. But for Shanks and Luffy to actually team up, like, we in for some smoke. We in for some smoke. And I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it, to be honest. But which battle are we most looking forward to? Are we most looking forward to Cross Guild fighting Red Hairs? Let's go with Red Hairs. Are we more excited for red hair against the Straw Hats? Are we more excited for red hair against Blackbeard? Damn, red hair got beef with everybody. If you really think about it, they really got beef with everybody. That's kind of crazy because everybody else is kind of a race, but in this scenario, they're actually trying to. In this scenario, they're actually like Shanks is Shanks versus everybody. I need that shirt. I need to make a shirt that says Shanks versus everybody because it's facts. It's facts. Did he surpass Roger? That's a conversation for another day. Like, is his hockey stronger than Roger? I'd like to see that too. Straw Hats versus Red Hairs. I think what's interesting though, the fleet part. I don't know if it can be the fleet because I don't know if it can be the fleet because red haired numbers are actually very, very minimal. Like, Shanks has 10 people on his ship. He does have a lot of other people repping his flag, but majority of the people, if not all the people repping his flag, if we haven't seen them already, or if we see them like standing up in the field, then maybe. But like based off the previous chapter or two previous chapters ago, I don't really get that vibe from Shanks at all. But I would love to see that battle. It's gonna be matched up. It's gonna be matched up fairly well between everybody. So I do feel as if it's gonna be not maybe for the One Piece. Like, the question is, what does because again, Luffy is a puncher. Luffy got a lot of moves, but like, a lot of it has to do with his hands. So it's like, unless he gets like a spear or something, I did have that in mind. But like, what would a Shanks versus Luffy fight look like? Like, Shanks just going one arm punches and kicks, and not to say it would look bad. I just saw a video of Naruto doing it recently, or like, was it Sasuke? But yeah, no, I do want to see that. I need to see Shanks versus Luffy. I feel like that's gonna be saved closer for the end of One Piece, So that's my 2 cents. Do we think Blackbeard is getting a third devil fruit? I think so. Jin is the his cooking teacher, or his like brother slash not brother. What am I saying? Like father figure. His father figure. Um, I think it's gonna be on. I think we're gonna get like a broadcast, and he's gonna be able to. I don't know. I think he will. I think he will. I think it's important. I think it's important enough that Oda wouldn't leave out that opportunity. What am I looking for? Where'd it go? Where'd you guys go? You guys are over here. Yeah. Sanji. Sanji. Jin. Sanji's the first person to ever show kindness to Jin. Oh yeah. Okay, I was thinking that was his cook. I was thinking that was his like dad slash mentor. Um, it's possible. I feel like we're gonna get one of those moments where it's like a bunch of like flashes of everybody who's come along the way, and he might be in there, like flashes of what they currently look like, right? But I don't want to say I can't say that they would go all the way back to the East Blue to confirm that. To take care to just show that like yeah, exactly, like I can see him flip because like Oda has a lot to um cover in a very short period of time. So I think like when it comes to visuals and like the anime is so close to the manga. I think that like if stuff like that was to happen, it would happen in filler, just because like we're not what is it, my boy said, oh no, that's where he's in the manga. But yeah, no, we're about to I know I haven't watched it. I haven't watched the anime in since like episode like 938, I want to say. Um, but I do know it's looking hella epic. And actually, that was my intention, so I might watch some later tonight. Um, but yeah, I see like for to save time, they're gonna just be like they'll show Zeph, they'll show Jin, they'll show um Shirahoshi, they'll show everybody who played a role, everybody who was in One Piece. I feel like everybody who was significant in One Piece are gonna like go through. Even then, excuse me, like what was it, Naruto? Like Naruto in the ending where he's in like Obito's thoughts or something like that, and you have like all the family behind him. Not all the family, but like all the people who support him. I feel like it's gonna be similar to that. Nah, it's not laws. He got away. I think it's like it has to be a zone. I think it's I think Blackbeard's third devil fruit is absolutely his zone because he has the paramecia, he has the logia. So I feel as if like the only sensible thing um to get a zone devil fruit. And what's interesting is, or even like a mythical zone devil fruit, because that'd be a lot for Luffy. But that's funny because even with, I wonder how is it like it could be hockey, but for Luffy and Blackbeard to clash when Blackbeard uses an earthquake, like punch, right? And so if he was to punch Luffy with his earthquake, is it automatically sending Luffy back, or is it because of the force? Is not only it's hockey, like I feel like Whitebeard was able to do it without hockey. That's just how the devil fruit works. Like you grab the air, you punch the air, whatever the case may be. But we all know that Blackbeard is definitely going to be showing some hockey in the near future. So let's definitely see how that works. Um, I believe like it's a hippo. I believe Blackbeard's um devil fruit is actually a hippo. I heard a theory about that because hippos apparently have 3 stomachs. And I was talking to my boy. He pointed out something which I didn't realize is that he like Blackbeard is Blackbeard, but he has split personalities. Because I believe like Luffy said called him they when they first met, like in the town and whatnot. And Luffy also didn't Luffy's a very has a very amazing sense of character. He's very able he's able to sense emotions and people's intentions. So I think that the Blackbeard Luffy met is the same Blackbeard that Akainu met. And there's that theory where there's multiple um Blackbeards where it's like because his teeth change. Like if you pay attention, I need to actually rewatch a video of him speaking or something because like if his teeth like when his teeth change, it's as if it's like that's someone else. And it's like same voice, same everything, but like sometimes Blackbeard is like, oh, this is the most important thing to um friendly, very, very friendly to very, very selfish. So it's like he has, he has like kind of like 3 different approaches to them, but they fit so simultaneously you don't actually realize that there might be um different variations of Blackbeard at the end of the day. But nah, guys, this has been amazing. I appreciate everybody, especially you underrated gems. You are a real one. Please subscribe. I'm gonna be here for every One Piece reaction until we finally get to the end. Unfortunately, that day will come out one time, but until then, I really appreciate if you guys want to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, help your boy out. I'm actually surprised I got through this entire podcast. I've been up since 1 a.m. and it's officially 10 p.m. at night. I'm like half dead. I'm like half unconscious, but I actually am making sense this time and I didn't fall asleep on the stream. So give you boy some props. But appreciate you guys again. It's your boy Ange. I will see you guys next week. Let me know what your predictions are, what you want to see, what theories are your favorite theories. I like to talk a lot about theories because that's what I hear a lot. Not like what I hear other people say, but I think they have very good points, and based off like how they kind of put their points, I like to, add it in, give a shout out. Some people just the realist, but real recognize real. I love y'all. Hope you guys are having a great week. Happy Friday. If it's not already Friday over there for you. And I'll see y'all next week. It's your boy Ange, aka the Pirate King. Peace.